Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tech Tutorial Tuesday. Today we'll be discussing how you can set your default printer. Setting your default printer is a nice little trick to know how to do because it can be a nuisance changing your printer every single time you go to print a document, a PDF, anything like that. So up here I have a test Word document and I'm going to go and print this. So I'm going to go File, Print obviously, and then when I get to my printer settings here I have my printers. Now if this is not the printer that I use most frequently, to save some time we can set a different default printer so it doesn't default to this one every single time. It'll default to the one that you use most often. So say I use my accounting printer most often. Every time I come into a PDF, Excel, Word, anything like that, I have to flip the printer. So now it would connect to that printer and then I'd be able to use that printer. Now, the way we can set our default printer is we'll first come down here into the search bar. We're going to start typing printers. Then you're going to get a best match with devices and printers and scanners. We'll go ahead and click that. And then we'll see a list of all the different printers and scanners that we have been connected to in the past. Now, you can also add a new printer or scanner right from here. So if you needed any sort of troubleshooting tips on how to add a printer yourself, you could do that right from here, add printer or scanner. You'd click that and it would look for any printers or scanners in your range of your Bluetooth. So to set our default scanner or our default printer, we'll come down here to our list. We'll find the one that we want to use. So I would use the accounting Canon most frequently. So we'll go ahead and click on that. From here you can also open the queue and look at any documents that are stuck or are pending in a printing status. So you can do that from here as well. And then to set our default printer, we'll just click Manage, and then we'll go ahead and click Set as Default. Now when you add a printer or you make a new one default or anything like that, to make sure it works, you can print a test page. So it's just going to print a small document right to the printer, and you could see, make sure the printer is connected. But as long as you have printer status as default in here, you should be good to go. And we'll back out of that and see that our accounting printer is now default, and this Epson is now not our default. So go ahead and exit out of this now, and we'll come back into Word and just make sure the change worked. So we'll go to File, Print, and now we'll see we're connected to the accounting printer instead. So you can use this on any printer. You can set any printer as your default. It'll just save you some time from clicking through your list every time. Set the one that you use most often, and you won't have to go flipping through that list every time you go to print something. Thank you all for tuning into this week's episode of Tech Tutorial Tuesday. We'll see you next week.